Why was I?
Is it done? Oh, yes? Well, I could certainly use some good news amongst the bad. I am a man of my word. Here is the payment promised. So, there may be one more thing you can help me with. But it needs to stay between you and me. I can't have little birds whispering rumors to the local busybodies.
He peers into your eyes, looking for a sign of honest intent, and, satisfied, his face softens.
When the crackdowns and decrees came, I defended her. When she exiled her cousin Marcus, I joined in the applause. But this new plan of hers, I want to believe I do, but death fog? Something's not right. She's tuned me out. Well, she's tuned everyone out. Everyone but that advisor of hers, that Isbale. Or hell if I know. A terrible answer, but it's all I've got. But it wasn't long after she started hovering around Justinia that things started to change. Justinia's always been hard, if you know what I mean, but never heartless. I don't know what her endgame is, but I don't want to be anywhere near when it begins. She's holding court in the sewers, if you can believe it. Go to my wine cellar, pull out the vintage called Lula Bell. It will open the way for you. And take this key. You'll know where to use it when the time comes. Is there more you need from me?
Something stinks around here.
You recognize the trumpet. This is the Queen of Pearls, playing a fanfare for her lover, Duna, the god of all dwarves. The stone smells of granite and rosewater, but beneath the aroma, a familiar smell lingers. Death fog. And then you see it. The horn of the trumpet connects to a pipe. The pipe disappears into the dirt. The scent of death fog comes from under the ground.
So much death on such a lovely day. There are toys in the cave. They're alive. They look hostile. Time to play.
What is happening out here? Haven't we seen enough tragedy today?
He considers the wreckage surrounding the X-cake. Understanding dawns.
That cake, it came from the doctor, with a letter of congratulation. It was truly a magnificent sight, but the wedding was cut short before we could even slice it. Void-woken, sabotage, bad cake. You'd think someone had it in for our little lady. Few have seen his face, and no one knows his name. He corresponds only by messenger. The townspeople seldom speak of him, which is strange now that I think of it. He'll open your belly and fill it with jelly. The doctor is in, the doctor is in. He'll rip off your toes and shove them up your nose. The doctor is in, the doctor is in. Heard a kid singing that the other day. Her mother heard it too, and beat the poor tyke senseless. That was funny, I have to admit. Gotta take your entertainment where you can when you're on duty. There is little to tell. He's just the doctor. He speaks to few, and few wish to speak of him unless they're desperate. No one even knows his name. It's easiest if I show you. Let me see your map.
He shakes his head and whistles as he identifies the doctor's home on your map.
If there was ever a house that was haunted, well, that's the one. They say almost no one gets in, and those who do never come out. Perhaps he feeds them cake, hmm? Can't say I blame you. I don't want to appear disloyal, but as dwarfen weddings go, this one had a tad more blood than usual. A tad.
Curled upper lip, lightly bobbing head, unwavering gaze. There's no doubting the spirit's distaste of current circumstances. The spirit's sneer intensifies.
A job? A job for the Queen? Now get your ugly mug away from me! I was hired to guard the wedding. Nobody said anything about fighting.
wonder was if that vile stench doesn't deceive me. Queen Justinia and her lackeys are down here somewhere.
Careful, I've spotted a trap.
This looks like the cargo of the Peacemaker. What's this? I found something. A city and its people can be measured by the number of...
What you doing?
A little girl looks you square in the face. She doesn't smile, she doesn't frown, and she sure as hell doesn't look shy.
Olivia's silly. You don't. I need to think about this.
She thinks about this.
Now that you're here, I can't very well leave. Suppose you told someone. Nah, that won't do. No, yeah, that's what we'll do. The troll will fix it. And then you'll be dead. Well, maybe. We'll see. But you'd better be good. Hey, got any money? Stuff. You know, cool stuff. Mostly.
What do you say when a cat wins the dog show? It's a catastrophe. You're fun. I like you. He's my friend. I like him too. But he has a terrible sense of humour. And he eats cats. Oh, he's not tame. He's not tame at all. I don't think so. Trolls don't like grown-ups. Anyways, I'm not in charge. Tamora's in charge. We all do what she says. Bye then.
That painting is definitely unique.
Dunno. I just pull it out of my hat. Thanks.
Hello? Got any more money? My daddy once said, don't go to the toilet on your own doorstep. Then my mom chased him away for going in the bedroom. Them crates belong to dwarves. We leave them alone. The crates and the dwarves. They're our friends. Pom-Pom can talk to him. They're not very clever, but she says they're nice. Yeah, it's alright. That's for me to know and you to never find out. I stole it from Lord Kem's house, didn't I? And so what? I only took one of them. The other two were too heavy. Got a map. There's a pulley thing here. And then a pool with no water and a hatch in it. Easy. Yeah. No. Okay. You can have it for this much. Take the stupid painting then. I never liked it anyway.
City of secrets it is. And you know what happens to the most valuable secrets? They get buried. Or stolen. That happens too. Some secrets get stolen, then buried. With some, it's the other way round. Royalty, my friend. Royalty holds court here. You might think me crazy, but I've seen the royal wardens patrolling these corridors. And as you can tell, they saw me. Did he really? That would have been a good score. Would have been the highlight of my career, that. Stealing from royalty, hiding in the sewers, up to no good. They wouldn't have been able to report the theft to the authorities. The perfect crime, that. Oh, well, I had a good run.
It's an ambush. Of course it is. to none. Glory is mine.
Bound and blindfold, you are dragged through the darkness. The stench tells you you're in the sewers. Your dwarven captors are silent, but then a skittering, as of blades tapping on stone. Your captors stop, unsure. Screams rend the darkness. Silence falls, and then that sound again. Sticks dancing on stone. You tear the blindfold free, then wish you hadn't. The giant spider looms over you. Its jaws close upon your face.
Careful. I've spotted a trap.
Enough death. I've spotted something.
A guard rushes in front of you, and before you can flinch, the point of a sharp spear touches the underside of your jaw. It would draw blood if you had blood to draw.
Halt! State your name. Now!
Oh, for goodness sake, woman, lower your spear. That is no way to greet a guest.
Isbiel, I've not known you to be so welcoming to strangers.
Have I yet to disappoint your highness in matters of security?
Your Majesty?
Do as she says. Lower your spear.
Yes. Of course, my queen. I'm watching you.
One we are most, Your Highness. Bloom of Duna, flame of the forge, I present to you the eternal mystery, the seed of divinity, Fane.
Queen Justinia sucks in her cheeks, then offers you her unwavering hand. The Queen retracts her hand and rewards your reverence with a curt nod.
An audience is granted. I am yet too intrigued to give my leave. Now tell me, Isbiel, why do you allow this sulking figure before me?
My queen, the specimen before you is a god-woken, a claimant to the divine throne.
The Queen wrinkles her face and gives Isbael a sideways glance. Isbael's red-brown eyes meet her gaze head-on.
Many have laid claim to Lucian's legacy, including his own inferior spawn. I presume our visitor has more than a vague title to boast of.
I am consort to Her Royal Highness Justinia. It is my business to know who serves the Queen's allies and abets her enemies. You do not roam this land unnoticed, and your true form is hardly hidden to all. Now, let us continue.
Isbael clears her throat and continues her litany.
The God-Woken has proven himself a worthy combatant in the joys arena of the One. His name was on the lips of all who roamed there.
I appreciate the effort in gaining the respect of one's fellow refugees. You have my attention, God-Woken, if not my adulation.
He has escaped the island prison to which the Order confined him, a feat deserving a modicum of respect.
A refugee from the Joy, then. Impressive. Few avoid the Magister's watchful eyes. Can this God-Woken declare other triumphs, Isbiel?
Isbael looks to the Queen and speaks further of your deeds.
The God-Woken arrogated the Lady Vengeance, the very vessel that terrorized the high seas under the Hammer's command.
The Queen's eyes grow wide, and she nods appreciatively, then looks to Isbael to continue the ovations.
His triumphs as champion of Driftwood are known to all dwarves of Reaper's Coast. This title is not effortlessly earned.
Yes, it seems you've proven yourself familiar with sword and source. The raucous one would not assign the honor of champion lightly.
The God-Woken has slain his very own. Alexander, son of the Lake Divine, has fallen to his superior might.
Indeed. Slayed by your hand, then. The cub once pleaded with me to aid in his sorcerer pogrom fame. I cannot deplore your actions, as loath as I am to admit it.
The great sorcerer Riker, a lone wolf known for his manipulation of the innocent dead, died by our visitor's hand, Your Majesty.
I do not know of this Riker, I trust his death was well deserved. Basic decency is none too common in modern Rivellon, though I needn't tell you this. Still, a shame that such a capable man would pursue matters so vile.
Our venerated guest has brought hope to the elven tribes by ending the slaughter of their ancestors.
So you eliminated the butcher responsible, I presume? You have earned your swagger, my good man.
My queen, the God-Woken hobbled the Black Ring by slicing off one of its limbs, a necromancer known as the Sallow Man.
Isbale's hot stare burns into your soul. You meet her gaze with one of your own, though you know you could never match her intensity.
Splendid. The Black Ring has proven a chaotic element at a time when control is imperative. I'm overawed, truly.
I've no more of your accomplishments to announce. If I didn't know better, I'd think you almost vain. Well, I see no reason to mince words, God-Woken. You're here to die.
Isbeel, whatever's gotten into you? Malodorous it may be, but this is still a court, not a gallows.
Your Majesty, the God-Woken is no ally, but enemy. He would throw your plans in disarray. You have worked so hard. Arcs must fall to the death fog.
What? Nonsense. It cannot be.
Oh, but you're a clever one, God-Woken, aren't you? Fine. You've outed me. But it doesn't matter. You can't stop the death fog. The wheels are in motion.
Isbeel?
Shut your royal maw, Justinia. Arcs will fall and your memory writ. They will believe it was your will, your plan.
For a moment, Isbale appears almost relaxed. Her eyes flash blue. Her face quivers.
Isbeel?
My queen, forgive me, I...
Isbale screams in pain and clutches her head. She bobs and sways, muttering to herself. You can make out few words, but you recognize the language. It is the eternal tongue.
The covenant will be kept. I serve you with living and dying breath. My king, glory be to you.
You blink yourself awake to the cold gaze of 1,000 stones and the hot gaze of the dwarf Isbale, right hand of the queen.
Oh, good. You're awake. At first I figured I'd just kill you. But then I thought, Isbeel, you're wasting an opportunity here. Don't bother thanking me just yet, though. I dare say you'll be begging to die before long. I'll start with lesser toxins, just to see how you react, and take it from there. How strong a dose can a God-Woken handle? How long does it take for one to succumb? So many questions.
Your lips open, but no words spill forth. You try to lift your head, but it is no match for gravity. She has paralyzed you. Only your eyes are free to move.
Don't fight it. You'll only make things worse. Oh, but I've been so rude. You should know the real me. Oh, it's good to give myself a rest. Those masks can be darned pesky. Can't they, my mariful friend? Good. Make yourself comfortable. The harder you fight, the harder the experiment will be on you. dose proves quite alarming for my normal subjects. I'd forgotten that you are, well, anything but normal. Let's see now. I have just the thing. Just a spritz, mind you.
You struggle to move, and you feel your toes wiggle, and your fingers twitch. The paralysis is waning.
Interesting. Some of the results are quite unexpected. Now, let's move on to death fog. Live or die, you've already proven most... Well, I was going to say useful, but perhaps entertaining is the better word.
His veil turns the valve, but no fog wafts forth. In that moment, you feel your marrow awaken. You've regained control of your own bones at last.
What's wrong with it? Guards! Come! The guard worker's broken free of my spell! I've got...
riddance to a bad dwarf. Now, to find Queen Justinia.
You look at your companions in shock. Black Ring influence or not, the enormity of the Queen's plan is revealed. To kill everyone in the city.
An eye for an eye is all well and good. Thousands of eyes for an eye is somewhat of an exaggeration.
You can't fight darkness with darkness. You just can't. Whatever she intended, the end result will be more death and destruction.
It's a preemptive attack. Queen Justinia pursues victory with cunning. I might do the same.
I've faced the grave before, you know, as have you. Get through the God King. I have eternal life. The Master's purpose is his own to speak, not mine. You're good with words, so sincere. I almost believed you. But let's pretend I fell for your little persuasion game. I'll tell you the Black Ring's plans on one condition. You release the Death Fog. You bring my mission to an end.
The spirit pauses, then nods.
The God King feeds on war, on death, on disease, on the rich source the living once carried within them, knowingly or not. I think this clear by now. The Death Fog was not just a murder bomb, but a tool. A tool for sowing discord. A tool for pitting the Order against the Dwarven Kingdom. A tool for ridding us of those who would see us fail. Every race, every creed, and every claimant to the title of Divine.
Isabel's voice rises, and her fists tighten. You presume she'd have gone red with fury, were she not wholly translucent.
I lived for that day, Godwoken. The flesh of every magister melted like butter in the sun. The paladins' eyes bugged out in horror as they watched their spouses and children choke on the death fog, clogging their lungs. There would be screams first. Then silence.
The spirit's eyes and mouth narrow. In her silence, the noise of splashing sewer water bounces from the stony walls and into your ears. You have lit Isbael's fire. She is a bomb, a banshee, an erupting volcano.
You couldn't know! You weren't there! When the portal opened and the death fog poured in, you weren't there! To see their skin burst, to see the blood bubbles foam from their mouths. Have you ever felt your own saliva sizzle? Have you ever felt your own brain pressing against the inside of your skull? I have felt it. That agony was the doing of the divine. For his order to suffer the same fate is not punishment enough. In death, I was given a chance. I made a decision. One that I have never regretted. This is not your judgment to make, but the God King's. He has come. I am ready for his gift and his sanction.
What's this? I found something. That sounds like the Queen.
She, Isbael, the traitor! Where is she? I will split her black skull in two! Get your hands away from me! I'm fine. Certainly healthy enough to deal with these turncoats.
She motions to the fallen guards littering the walkway. It's an impressive number of bodies.
By whose hand? Yours? It should have been my own axe to slice her neck. Take me to her bones. I've a mind to chop them into pieces, the foul witch!
Justinia struggles to control her rage. She closes her eyes. She breathes the sew's fetid air. She waits.
She is dead. And that is that.
Justinia pounds a fist against her palm. One smack, then a second, then a third.
You may not believe me, but what I did, I thought I did for the sake of my people. The sinking of the Peacemaker, the driftwood smuggling operation, the Death Fog, Black Peak Isle.
Power always comes at a great cost. Sometimes you have to take some lives to save others. And I shall always put dwarven lives first. You must understand this. It was only a matter of time, she said. And I never doubted it. The scouts talked of living weapons nailed to crosses, of blank-faced wizards, an entire force of them. If we didn't come for the Order, the Magisters and Paladins, they would come for us. They had my ear all the while, the Black Ring. I'm sorry. Truly sorry. To think of it.
The void closes in then. It's so much more dangerous than even Death Fog. Death Fog we can see and smell. The void is empty, intangible. We don't know it's there until its creatures are upon us. She was a scientist of sorts, or so the town criers chanted. She knew of the ways of nature and beyond, and I invited her to court to show me. She healed the sick and soothed the wounded. I saw it with my own eyes. I brought her close. Her words were wise, and her aims, well, they seemed so pure. It was after Alexander assembled the quorum that Isbael turned my mind to thoughts of war. Our scouts and spies aided dwarven sorcerers where and when they could, but insisted the monks and shriekers would touch Dwarven land. When we came to Arx to prepare, she rarely left my side except to tend to her laboratory. I'd no idea what atrocities she'd been committing there. Kem? Linda Kem? All the better that he's avoiding Paulina like the porcine plague, then. The Kem estate is the only safe haven remaining for me in this burning city. This black ring rot has infected the very soil we tread
And the air we breathe. I must not let it reach the kingdom.
So unless you've no more grievances to air...
How many innocent lives will die before you see reason? Kill her.
Forgive her. Justinia has learned from her mistakes. Let her return to her people in peace.
What's done is done. Murdering Justinia now solves nothing.
The Queen nods a goodbye to you.
Until I can return to the kingdom, I will be at the Kem estate. Royalty is always welcome there. Paulina would have it no other way.
Seems the Queen can handle herself.
Isbel leached the source from these people.
What's this? I found something. Bell was planted in the royal court quite some time ago. This conspiracy has been a long time brewing. care of that death fog machine before some kid starts flipping the switches.
The elf gives you a slow clap. Clap, clap, clap.
The evil Isbale is dead. The doctor will see you now.
The elf bows his head in thanks. You turn away. Machine sits before you. Pipework tentacles outwards and upwards, the conduits piercing the ground overhead, wending their way towards the city and her people above. Even through the seals of the great system, you scent the acrid sting of the death fog inside. A faint gossamer of death fog rises from a junction where the release valve meets a pipe. A switch allows redirection to a different pipe, labeled C. The junction currently leads to a pipe labeled ARCS.
Destroy this thing. There's no time to waste.
I don't trust that leak. I say flip the switch, send the death fog to the water, away from the city.
Redirect the death fog. Better to poison the fishes than to poison the people.
Sparks fly, and metal plates buckle. With a deafening hiss, the valve breaks free of the pipe, and the faint stream of fog spurts and sputters, threatening to flood the room. The death fog stream has become a veritable geyser. The machine is going to blow.
If I were mortal, I'd be getting the hell out of here.
machine, even through a faint
Destroy this.
Redirect the death fog.
sparks fly, and the death fog stream has become...
If I were mortal, I'd...
Do you see anything?
Another card?
Brave doors passing up.
They kicked me out. Don't they know who I am?
Bloody void woken at a wedding. If that ain't a bad omen, nothing is.
A pleasure doing business. Really? Whew, this is amazing news. But what of the Queen? What's been going on? Is she safe? Then she is safe, thank Duna's bushy bristles. I will attend to her as soon as I can. It burdens my heart, truly, but I must say farewell now. Take this. A good reward for good decisions.
Mikhail returns to his boxes and sacks, though he no longer places items in them, but removes them.
Tell Lord Kem that we won't let this lie. 564 prisoners! 564! We can't let it lie!
Her jaw drops. She struggles to process the news.
You saw this with your own eyes? I see it in you. You did. This is abhorrent. Outrageous! Evil. Dallas and her whites. They must be involved. This cruelty, this disregard for life's spark. It is the mark not just of the Black Ring, but of the Hammer. You've done the Paladins a great service. The better we understand the ways of the whites, the closer we come to ending their horrors.
She bows to you in farewell.
But how do you run experiments on more than 500 people?